Hi everyone, welcome to Chisa's Route episode 2 of Adventure of a Lifetime. And for some reason, Chisa's all depressed, and she's been reluctant to tell why to anyone, even to Hiroki and Emily. And I have a feeling that's probably because of something similar to what happened in the movie The Legend of the 1900. So basically, Chisa's life has all been on the Ogasawara Islands, and she really doesn't have a place outside these islands. Compared to Emily and Hiroki, they're from mainland and they're only here to visit. Well, that's Hiroki. And for Emily, she's here to find that special item. And hopefully, Chisa will open up and tell people why. And have a feeling that this is what defines her individual character route. So, first of all, they're working on the plans on how to access this second ship. And it's like a luxury yacht with several rooms. And while Emily and Hiroki are going over the details, like, well, which room is it? Chisa's all spaced out. So, let's see what is going to happen next.
ちょっと、しっかりしてよ。事故があると危ないって言ったのあなたよ。
So Emily's like, well, this isn't you. Usually you're always very careful. You're always telling us to be careful, but for some reason, this is not. So what's wrong with you, Chisa? If I've done something wrong, could you at least tell me? So Hiroki feels like, well, I was probably the one that triggered those feelings for Chisa.
違う、そんなんじゃない。
Okay, that kind of feels like, well, I don't want you to help me. I don't want to talk about to you. Because, if it wasn't the case, then Chisa would probably say what is really bothering her. Not, well, no thanks.
じゃあ、なんなのよ。Q-Taroのことで、ちょっとね。
So for Phin, Q-Taro. Well, you haven't been swimming with him recently. Well, in fact, you hadn't been swimming at all for the last few days. So even when Emily and I went diving, Chisa would just stay in the canoe looking bored.
あのイルカと喧嘩でもしたの？
So did you break up?
Q-Taroがはぐれイルカだってのは前に話したわよね。
Okay, so I'm worried that Phin doesn't have a home.
ええ、いじめられて群れにいられなくなったって。今ね、あの子どこかの群れで一緒に泳いでるらしいのよ。
But it looks like Phin has made new friends, apparently.
それが元の群れなのかは知らないけど、帰ろうとしてるんだと思う。イルカの社会に。
So it's like, well, it looks like I'm gonna lose Phin for good because he has a home now.
それであなた落ち込んでるの？でもいいことじゃないそれって。
Wasn't that a good thing though? Now that Phin has a better place to go to.
いいことだよ。
Yeah, but
でもあの子、私が呼ぶと来ちゃうから。
Well, I'm not sure what to say about this. So if Phin could hear Chisa in the water, he would always come to her no matter where he was. Well, maybe that was the problem. Perhaps she felt like she was holding him back. So you've been trying to put some distance between the two of you?
イルカはイルカ同士で仲良くした方が幸せでしょ。
It's like, well, I don't really understand Phin that well, but maybe the other dolphins do, and plus, he's a dolphin as well. Well,
そんなことないと思うわ。
but at least, he can visit Chisa from time to time. So Emily flat out rejected the idea.
そんなの本人次第よ。チサといる方が幸せってこともあるかもしれないじゃない。
And plus, Phin does enjoy being with you.
実際私にはそう見えるわよ。
And that's how it seems to me.
それにあの子イルカの中でもとびきり賢いわ。自分のことはちゃんと自分で決められると思う。
So do you like how Emily's like, well, he does have his own thinking.
お嬢ちゃんたち、いつまでくっちゃべってんだい。そろそろ店開けるよ。
Hurry up! My business is gonna open soon.
はい。
So we wrapped up our meeting and started preparations to open the cafe.
ありがとうございました。おしまいね。
Okay, so it looks like end of business. So Emily said as our last customer headed home. Okay, good work today.
お疲れ様。
後片付けしたら、今日はもう上がっていいよ。
And for some reason, she's still looking depressed. So she just sat down on an empty chair, her expression exhausted. Okay, so you okay?
平気。ありがとう。
I'm fine. Hey, you don't look fine though.
なんか最近いろいろありすぎでしょ。エミリーが来てから特に毎日騒がしくって。普段はのんびりした島なのにさ。
Well, she did try to make it sound like a joke though. But it was obvious she was hiding something. You know, you can tell if there's anything bothering you. I'll do whatever I can to help.
そうよ、チサ。私たち友達じゃない。実は私、エミリーのことちょっと苦手で。
So things like, well, I don't really think Emily can help me that much. Wait, really?
冗談よ。涙目にならないで。
Really?
泣いてないもん。
So I think it's like, well, it's something that Emily can't handle and she's gonna cry over it. Well, even for a joke, that was pretty harsh, you know?
ごめん、エミリー。ちょっと余裕なくて。いいわ。許してあげる。その代わり、白状なさい。何に悩んでるのか。
So Emily looked at Chisa with tears still in her eyes. But faced with such an onslaught of honest emotions, even Chisa was at a loss for words for a moment.
Q-Taro とね、ちゃんとお別れしようと思ってるの。お別れ？性悪いのかと？
So apparently it's like it's time for Phin and you to part ways.
でさ、ちょっと力を貸してくれない？私一人じゃ途中でくじけちゃいそうだからさ。
But I've been too attached to Phin and it's gonna be really hard for me to part ways with him. So Emily and I looked at one another and without saying a word knew that we would help Chisa. Okay, so the next day, so I think they're now in the waters. So the three of us took the outrigger canoe out to the empty open water. And the sea looked just as calm as peaceful as ever. And every now and then the calm was broken by a dolphin and a tan girl leaping out of the water together. So it's like, well, this is gonna be our last time together, Phin and Chisa. So thrown upwards by Phin, Chisa soared into the air before plunging back down, while Emily and I just watched from the boat.
あれってチサが教えた芸なのかしら？
Maybe? Well, I think it's just something that happened while they were playing around. So do you want to give it a try then, Emily?
いい怖そうだもん。
Well, then again, Emily is still a beginner when it comes to the water, so that's too advanced for her. So today was the first time that Chisa had played with Phin in several days. So from when we sat, it looked like they were playing a game of underwater tag. So she tried to get away while Phin chased after her. And even the best swimmer in the world couldn't outswim a dolphin. Well, obviously, because Phin's streamlined and has fins, and basically the whole body's built to be able to go through the water with lots of pressure. But every time Phin got close, Chisa managed to dodge around him and keep going. But then it's like, well, having a streamlined body does come at a disadvantage. You can't really change directions that well. So they continue to swim circles around one another in the water.
まるで水中でダンスしてるみたい。
So they twirled around one another like perfect partners on an aquatic stage. And as we had the best seats in the house. Well, I think it would be even better if Hiroki and Emily actually got to go underwater and see what Chisa and Phin are doing. Because looking at it from the surface, I would say that's more like the cheap seats.
こっちだよ、Q-Taro.
So this time Chisa grabbed onto Phin's dorsal fin and the two of them swam together. And after building some speed, they sprang into another spectacular jump. And it looked like they could happily swim together through the crystal clear waters until the end of time.
やっぱりこうしてる方がチサらしいわね。
Well, sure is. So the dolphin and the playful girl. Well, physically very different, but their friendship was as genuine as anything. And the scene played out like a fantastic dream. I can understand why people would want to record it for TV. It would surely move anyone who watched it. Well, I felt honored that Emily and I were being allowed to watch personally, I would say.
それにしてもチサはよく息が続くわね。私止まっててもあんなに息を止めていられないわ。
Well, I think it's like, well, she's just she's built for that. She has good lungs and such. Yeah, so like she's just special. She's been swimming like this ever since she was little. There you go. And ever since we were little, she jumped into the water at the drop of a hat.
だからって超人的すぎるわ。
More than a human? Well, I wouldn't be surprised. So I remembered as I glanced down at the ocean water. So human beings have to breathe with their lungs. That's true. And like lungs. So there's another organ that acts like a reserve tank. The spleen. Ooh, interesting. So according to recent studies, the spleen stores oxygenated blood, which it can then release in case of emergencies. Most people don't use it that much, so it can even be removed without much impact on a person's everyday life. But for athletes, like synchronized swimmers, this organ is used when performing physically demanding underwater stunts. Well, these athletes go through intense training from a young age, and Chisa's time underwater over the years had a similar effect on her. So in a sense, Chisa's athletic, maybe Olympic worthy. So as a result, watching Chisa swim was like seeing someone from another world. It was no wonder Emily was surprised.
それってとんでもない才能よね。うまく活かせばすごいスポーツ選手になれるかも。
But they also mentioned that, well, maybe you can exercise more, you can learn to swim more, do more swim practices, and eventually that'll get your body to know how to use the spleen reserve. Probably, she swims for fun though. I'm sure there's no way Chisa would consider going to extreme sports, because well, what comes with it is unwanted attention, unwanted television, televised reporting. So if she felt like she was being forced into it, she'd probably get bored of it in no time. That's true.
月子さんは上手なれってことか。
I'm still kind of wondering about that little televised broadcast of Chisa and Phin. So while we were talking, Chisa had only popped up for air once while playing around with Phin for the whole time. So there was no indication that this intense workout might be tiring her out. But then again, Chisa's used to it, she's been doing it over the years, so she seemed much happier in the water than she ever did on land.
Q-Taro, これできる?
Sure, says Phin. Well, I'm ready for anything that you throw at me, Chisa.
間違えて人間に生まれてしまった魚って感じね。
Really? Wait, fish? Well, more like a marine mammal. It's like, well, if it's a fish, fish can breathe underwater, they have gills, and there's pretty much zero need to ever come onto surface. Whereas marine mammals, they come up to surface to get a breath of fresh air.
そうね。イルカも哺乳類だもんね。
Yeah, it's like a dolphin. So, heedless of their audience, Chisa and Phin danced all across the aquatic stage. Okay, I'm done, says Chisa.
やっと出てきた。ちょっと、いつまで泳いでる気よ。
So I wonder how many hours has it been for Chisa down with Phin.
ごめんごめん。久しぶりだったから夢中になっちゃって。
I lost track of time. You sure about this? So there was a hint of loneliness lurking around Chisa's usually cheerful smile. It's like, well, after this, after I part ways with Phin, there's nothing or no one I can really be with, and I'm gonna be all alone, so you can change your mind if you want. There's still time, you know. So maybe you can try to get along with Phin again. But Chisa's resolve hadn't swayed one bit.
そうはいかないよ。イルカにはイルカの暮らす場所があるんだもの。
But then again, he's a dolphin, so it's better if he lives with other dolphins.
私がいると、あの子、いつまでも甘えちゃう。
And it's like, well, he needs to learn how to live with dolphins, and I can't really offer that lesson for him. Chisa.
Q-Taro!
Hey, Phin, or hey, Q-Taro. So on hearing Chisa's call, Phin swam over to us, his head poking out of the water. What is it? Says Phin.
今日は遊んでくれてありがとうね。
Sure. As she rubbed Finn's nose, he happily splashed about with his fins. Well, he had certainly enjoyed his time with Chisa as well.
いい子。
Okay. So I'm pretty sure Finn's like, so what's wrong, Chisa? So Phin looked worried and could probably sense his friend's impending loneliness. So Chisa took a deep breath and dived back into the ocean.
Q-Taro.
So Phin, let me tell you something. What is it? So Chisa swam closer to Phin down in the waters, turned to liquid gold by the setting sun. So after hugging him one last time, she removed the small shell necklace from around her neck. And she held up for him to see. What is it?
Bye-bye だよ.
So apparently this is where we part ways. So now that if Chisa goes underwater, she'll have nothing for to get Finn's attention. So she let go of the necklace. And the shell and the cord drifted together towards the bottom of the sea. But then so I wonder what Finn's gonna do about this. So Phin just swam down and brought it back up.
Q-Taro.
So she took the necklace back and dropped it again. It's like, I don't need it anymore. No, take it. But he just went down to retrieve it again. Well, I think, maybe, Chisa should find some other place to, remove the necklace.
これはもう捨てるの。拾ってこないで。
So it's like, why?
じゃあね。
Well, see you later then. So without another look at the necklace, Chisa climbed back onto the canoe. But apparently, Phin does not want to leave Chisa behind. He's like, no, I want the necklace, or I want you to have the necklace. So Phin swam up to the surface with his necklace hanging from his snout.
Bye-bye, Q-Taro.
So Chisa waved and started up the engine. It's like, well, I'm sorry. It's the end for us being together. So I'm pretty sure Finn's like, no, come back here, So he chased after us. But she just didn't look back.
Chisa, いいの? しょうがないじゃない。もともと私とあの子は住む世界が違うんだし。
Well, we can't really be together, and that's my decision. So Emily looked behind us, her expression heartbroken. Well, Phin was still following. But when he realized that Chisa wasn't going to respond, his fins sank beneath the waves and we lost sight of him. So apparently he's like, well, I guess it is goodbye. I have to give up going after Chisa and well, he had always been smart, even for a dolphin. Well, there's no doubt that he knew what Chisa had meant by giving up the shell necklace. Well, this was too much for Emily and I, so we knew that whatever Chisa was feeling had to be even worse. Well, she didn't let it show though. So the sun dipped below the horizon, just like it did every night, and the world would keep spinning regardless of our pain. And the sunset, the ocean was dyed a beautiful, deep shade of red. So I wonder what's going to happen next now.
いらっしゃいませ。3名様ですね。こちらへどうぞ。
It looks like she's just trying to move on. It's like, well, I'm just going to use work to forget about what just happened moments ago.
3名様、オーダー待ちです。
So the day after leaving Phin behind, Chisa was in high spirits. So it was like, I'm trying to move on. I'm going to forget about Phin and hopefully I'll be okay. So the difference was so stark. Cranky Chisa seemed nothing more than a bad dream.
思ったより元気そうで安心したわ。
While Emily watched Chisa zip around the cafe.
お別れの場面はまるで親子を引き離すみたいだったもの。心配したわよ。
Well, then again, I don't really see the Phin and Chisa's relationship like a mother. It's like more like best friends.
俺のせいだ。
Wait. So did Ryota chime in about Finn's future? So Ryota muttered, looking more depressed than I had ever seen.
俺がテレビ出演を無理強いしようとしたから、あいつは
Well, I don't
俺が
think.
千佐と九太郎を引き裂いちまった。
Well, I don't think that's the reason. It's like, oh, it's probably my fault because I kind of pushed her to go on TV. So by breaking up with Phin, that would make it impossible for her to ever be on TV again.
すまんちさ
And he cries.
うるさいよそこのでかいの。縁起が悪いから暗い顔してブツブツ言うのやめとくれ。
And once again, the grandmother's like, my business, my business. Well, either you help me with business or you get out. Because by acting like this, you're just going to make all the customers run away and I'm going to lose my money.
でもよマチコバ
So I wonder if you're just going to cling to Machiko's like, oh, come on, dear grandmother. It's alright.
まだ言ってんの、りょうちゃん。
So Chisa let out a big sigh.
それとこれとは関係ないって。
There you go.
関係あるだろう。お前らあんなに仲良かったじゃないか。
Well, I kind of pushed you to break up this relationship.
ねえ、誰か説明してやって。
So Hiroki goes like, okay, so Chisa let go of Phin because he can live with other dolphins and he'd be much happier in the long run. It's like, well, Chisa and Phin, they're just way too different. They can't be together forever. So in a sense, it's time for Phin to find a much better future for him. Well, since she already been through this with Ryota, but I had to drive the point home one more time. And I'm pretty sure even Hiroki isn't able to get Ryota to turn around.
まあ、テレビ出演を断るのにちょうどよかったってのはあるけどね。
Well, eventually I had to give up, but
ほら見ろ、やっぱり俺のせいだ。
I knew it, so I pushed you over the edge when I tried to get you to go on TV again.
うるさいよ。
And then Machiko's like, hey, hurry up. My business.
営業妨害だ。エミリー、そいつを追い出しちまいな。
Okay, that's it. Emily, get rid of this guy. He's ruined our business.
ラジャー、というわけだから、さっさとお会計してお引き取りください。
Okay, so let me finish you. Let me give you your bill so I can send you on your way.
この鬼ババア。
誰が鬼だって。
It'd be interesting to see if Machiko's able to beat up this Ryota guy. And hopefully that doesn't result in Machiko banning him from ever coming back. It's like, well, you're so bad, you're a bad customer, I'm not going to serve you ever again. So Ryota dashed off in tears.
お会計待て
Okay, and he ran away without paying. So Emily ran out after him.
やれやれ、騒がしい連中だわ。
Well, I'm not really sure if Emily can catch up to Ryota, but I'm pretty sure next time he comes in, they're gonna remember it. Oh well.
何？私のことをじっと見て。
I'm still wondering about you in some way.
あ、もしかして惚れちゃった？
Wait, what? What now? Wait, don't be stupid.
冗談じゃん。バカはないでしょ。傷つくわ。
Oh, come on, don't give me that kind of reaction. So she pouted as she walked away to attend to some customers.
ヒロ兄、今のは減点ですな。
So what did I do, Chinami? Chinami delivered her verdict from the counter where she'd been eating one of my original kids' meals. So yeah, it's like, what should I do to get the perfect score then?
何も言わず、顎をクイッと持って、その後は、言わせんな、恥ずかしい。
So I wonder where Chinami's getting all these ideas, cause it sounds like she's reading some kind of textbook or some kind of instructional guide. Pretty sure I'll be more embarrassed than you are. And it's like, well, then again, you're not the one that's doing it. You're the one that's just reading books and some kind of guide, and you're trying to tell other people to do it.
季節の煮魚定食、お待ちどうさまです。
And I wonder if Emily did catch up to Ryota. Probably not. Well, Emily wasn't worried about Chisa. No one was. Well, why should they be? She looked like she was doing fine. Except she didn't look fine to me. So she's a little too happy. Well, could it be that she was putting on that cheerful exterior to hide how she was really feeling? Maybe. Laughing it off. Or maybe that she was just what she needed to do to deal with the pain. Well, it'd be nice if she was comfortable enough to feel sad around me, though. I complained about it without even realizing it. Well, I mean, we're supposed to be buddies, right? So ever since we met during my first summer in Ogasawara, we always trusted each other more than anyone else. That is, until we started junior high school and I stopped visiting. So I was in no position to complain. I felt like an idiot for being offended. Hey, so Chinami.
何かな？迷える青少年。
So, do you know why Chisa started working here? Is she saving money for something? Ooh, that's an interesting point to note.
姉がお金を貯めている理由。
But then again, doesn't her family run a business? And they rent out scuba equipment and sell souvenirs? And they also offer training on new scuba divers. So Shinami's hand clenched around her fork as she thought hard.
もしかして可愛い妹のために最新のパソコンを買ってくれるつもりなのでは。
Really? Oh, so maybe she's gonna buy me a new computer.
オンラインゲームが遅延なくできるハイパーマシンを。
That never lags when you play online. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll still lag at some point because computers do get outdated and they get outclassed by newer computers. Well, that's usually how it works. Oh, by the way, I'm playing this on a gaming computer as well.
ああ見えて妹思いの優しい姉なので。
Well, I never realized what a generous sister I've been blessed with. So apparently, Chinami still thinks like, well, she's gonna give me that nice gaming computer Even though I'm pretty sure that's just way too lofty. There you go. It's like, well, I don't think that's the case.
やっぱり。じゃあ知らない。
Well, way to break someone's hopes and spirits. So whatever Chisa was up to, she hadn't shared it with her family. So I wonder if Chisa's gonna share it with Hiroki only. So she's still single. So I wonder why Hiroki's now thinking about this. Well, I mean, it's fine if you don't know.
チナたち姉妹はお互いのプライベートに踏み込まないドライな関係なので。
Well, then again, it's like Chinami and Chisa are too different. Chisa likes to go outside into the waters, whereas Chinami is at home on her computer all day. So, well, maybe you should go out with Chisa more then, says Hiroki.
ただ、
So what's the one thing?
グアネはヒロ兄が島に来るのをずっと楽しみに待っていました。
Oh, so at least Chinami noticed something. It's like, well, she was anxiously waiting for you to come to the islands.
それなのに、金髪の天使を連れていて、おかげでしばらく機嫌が悪かったのです。
But then, the fact that Emily had to show up, it really changed everything. Oh, so that's why. So apparently Chisa wanted to be all alone with me, revisiting the old days, but then Emily came and instead of doing the things that Chisa was hoping for, they had to go help Emily instead. But then again, nobody knew that it was going to happen, because Hiroki just met Emily randomly on the ship. On the ferry, I would say. So that was why things were awkward between Chisa and I at first.
女心はわからんものです。
So Chinami said with a despairing shake of her head before digging into her pudding. So all too soon it was closing time and the last customers trickled out.
お疲れ様でした。
Okay?
お疲れ様でした。
はいよ、お疲れさん。
Alright, any more negative comments from the grandma, or it's like, okay, you can rest up. So Chisa took off her apron and got ready to leave. Wait up, Chisa, let me walk you home.
いいよ、すぐそこだし。ヒロキ、掃除とかあるでしょ？
Well, it's like, well, it's okay, well, I'll take care of that later. So let me walk you home first, and I'll take care of you, of the place, because well, you said that you live near where this place is.
掃除なら私に任せて。
Well, I'm pretty sure the grandma wants Hiroki to do the work. It's like, well, you're a guy, and you're my son, and it's really rude to leave it all to Emily to take care of the shop afterwards. So Emily came in with the assist, and I was grateful for the help.
だからヒロ君はチサを送っていってあげるといいわ。
And at least it looks like Emily does understand what's going on. It's like, okay, so why don't you two walk together and such? Wait, that's not Emily.
ささ、早く早く。
Okay, just hurry up and just go. Okay, thanks. I'll promise I'll help out when I get back.
お構いなく。チサ、また明日ね。おやすみ、エミリー。
Okay then, so good night, Emily. So, waved out by Emily, Chisa and I left the cafe. Hey, so wanna go walk by the ocean?
なんで？
Wait. What for? Just because,
別にいいけど。
well, I think it's like, well, never mind, well, okay, so they do go to the side, the ocean. So Mura Beach was right in front of the cafe. And so a little detour brought the two of us onto the sand in no time. So at this hour, there was hardly anyone around, and the only sound came from the waves washing over the shore. So remember that time when we saw the sea turtles laying their eggs on the beach?
あったわね。
So Mura Beach was the most popular spawning spot in the Ogasawara Islands, and you can see tons of sea turtles here after dark. So seeing them cry as they bury their eggs in the sand was strangely touching.
昔話をしに来たの？
So I was like, what did you bring me here for? Well, it was apparent that she hadn't figured out my plan yet. So do you have a boyfriend? So I don't know why he would openly ask her this question.
はい？
Wait, so what's all of a sudden? Well, it's just I was thinking about it since I got here. You told me how you say you had a boyfriend to guys who try to hit on you.
ああ、言ってたっけ、そんなこと。
Well, I think it's more like, well, she's trying to like fend them away. It's like, well, I don't want you to be bothering me anymore. So she uses that as an excuse to basically ward them off.
いないわよ、彼氏なんて。見てればわかるでしょ。
Or like shake them off. But in reality, that's not the case. And I wonder how far the other people were able to go before she managed to get away from them. It's like because I'm pretty sure the other people would ask like so who's your boyfriend? Who is he? Is he as good as me? So all these unwanted questions. So she sounded a little defensive. So we had been together almost every day since I've arrived, and she never mentioned a boyfriend. Well, but I had to be sure. There were friends at school who were in a relationship that they kept secret. That's true. So ever think about getting one, assuming you could choose anyone you wanted?
そうでもないかな。一元さんの観光客はともかく、地元の子らはみんな私のこと知ってるし。
Okay. So from when you were little, I guess some guys might be put off considering what you were like back then.
そうよ、悪い。
I couldn't help teasing her a bit. Whenever we got together, part of me felt like a little kid again.
はあ、どこかにいい男いないかしら。私もまっとうな青春がしたいわ。
So I think she's realizing like, well, there isn't really much over here. Probably would meet better guys elsewhere. So how about you go out with me then? Out of the blue.
はい？
So out of the dark blue, I would say. So you can go out with me. It's not like we're not close already.
なんでそうなるのよ。
Wait, so where's this coming from? Well... I blushed, fidgeted, scratched my nose, and looked out at the ocean. Basically, I did everything except say how I really felt. Because I really like you, Chisa. And like I said, out of the dark blue. So Chisa's eyes went wide with surprise. Oh, come on, it's really that much of a shock? I'm sure that's a really big yes.
だって、あんた リーのことが好きなんでしょ？
But I thought you liked Emily better. You were taking care of her, you were training her, you were trying to get her to become acquainted with water and be able to scuba dive. And you were spending so much time with her that you really put me in the dark. Wait, so what gave you that idea?
なんでって誰がどう見てもそうじゃない。てかもう付き合ってるんじゃないの？二股する気？
Well, I'm pretty sure it's like, well, all the things that you were doing to Emily, that's kind of obvious. Like, you were paying more attention to her than me. So, No, we weren't even going out. Emily's just a friend. What I feel for you is different. Well, did you really think I was that kind of a guy? It's like, well, maybe, you were just... I'm not really sure how to put it, though. Well, you're the only one that I want to be with, Chisa. So she just seemed to finally let her guard down as she bit her bottom lip. Well, so if you're interested in having a boyfriend, why not pick me? So this was the first time I had ever asked anyone out. And the fact that I had known her as a friend for so long made the whole situation all the more stressful. And after being apart for so long, I had come to view Chisa like a distant family member. And it was uneasy to speak bluntly, but when it came talking about how we really felt about one another, we were lost. So, can you say something, please? So I think even Hiroki's getting kind of embarrassed about what you just said.
彼女が欲しいからって手近な相手に告ってんじゃないわよ。
Oh, wait. That's not all. I'm serious about...
却下。
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
お断りってこと？
Well, but it's not like you're seeing anyone else, right? And you don't have a crush on anyone either, right?
だからって幼馴染で手を打つほど落ちぶれちゃいないの。
So she turned back to me.
だいたいなんで私なわけ？エミリーにしなさいよ。美人だし、ちょっと子供っぽいとこあるけど、性格もいいわよ、あの子。
Well, I already told you, I don't see Emily like that. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take more than that to convince Chisa.
今からでも遅くない。エミリーにしときなさいって。
Well, but you're the one that I like.
はいはい、わかったわかった。
So she just shook her head and started to walk away. Wait, so where are you going?
帰る。見たいテレビがあるから。
I'm just gonna go home. Wait, but we're not done here yet.
終わってるでしょ。却下よ却下。
Well, I already declined, so Wait.
さあ、帰ろう帰ろう。
So her pace got faster. Well, I scrambled after her, trying to explain to myself that I just couldn't get her to take me seriously. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. So it's gonna take way more for Hiroki to convince Chisa that he likes her, because I'm pretty sure he's only talking nice to Chisa based on Chisa's perspective. Because, like, well, you were working with Emily, you were helping her, you were doing all this to her, and it really seemed like you two were close. And the fact that when Emily came on board, the whole thing changed. And so if Hiroki was to tell Chisa that he likes her, there's no way that Chisa's going to believe it. So I wonder what Hiroki's going to do to really show Chisa that he really likes her and not Emily. Because obviously Chisa's really jealous of Emily, given that Emily's blonde, she has really good looks, and the such. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see how it comes down later in the episodes. So with that in mind, I will see you later.